Finger both the players and the crowd at the same time.
And the crowd.
Sasa uzora and then cha time which emphasizing back. It was the precondition for one of them before they accepted.
Versteht sich als Herrscher über ganz Mittelerde. Dafür braucht er keine Streitmächte, sondern Ringe. Durch diese Ringe könnte er die Macht erlangen. Alle diese Erde sind in Gefahr. Du willst uns ihrem Verderben überlassen. Kämpft mit mir! Seid unsere Freunde!
Ça, c'est là. ya atazanya eno njagala bakule baleko nkuba bamanyi okulaba sikowazize wali watunula eno abadabiramu bonna batuula ku ntebe emu abeera azanya ayimirira atazanya yatuula Best of 41 games, rivalry to 21. Okujjako nga mulinawo temubuuza amanfaamu twagala kutandika ebyo byebyo amateeka amalala gamanyi era wababeerawo wano amba yakola tojja kukwata njero nga noloka mulimu okwata okukwata nya wabeerawo amba yakumateeka gakola ebirala oyinza okutoyagala kaawe eno kanenatandika mwenna baganiza success abazanyi akatebe tujja kukozesa kano akali wano abeera yazanya kati time out nazo time out ezoka ekira kugenda naweze kumi yali simala kutera time out yomu akati okujjako mawawo kyotukaba mwani kyobe kitandike akafaananyi oliriko abakuba akafaananyi katono nnyo nenalabi okay. 1, 2, 3.
Microphone check, sound check, Facebook check. Facebook, YouTube, sound check, confirm in the comments. Sound check. A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A moment of truth, moment of reality, moment of action, moment of rivalry, moment of bitterness, but a moment of sport, a moment to win, a moment to ponder. It could turn out to be a moment of victory. It could also turn out to be a moment of agony. Two of the best players in the country of Uganda, Ibrahim Sejemba and Rashid Wagaba. After all of the formalities, the briefing of the umpire, handshake between the players, the toss, the instructions to the fans, the instructions to the umpires, to the players have been done by the umpire of the day, Henry Joko. These two young men are tonight racing to 21 for 1,200 US dollars submitted by the management teams of both of the players. For Ibra, Roxbury; for Dog City, Advanced Talent Agency. First frame of the match, after the filling of the table, the warming of the players for 5 minutes by each of the players has been done. By the time the live streaming did start, it was Ibra's time to fill the table. Dog City had already exhausted his 5 minutes. Nonetheless, first frame of the match, Ibrahim Sejemba nil and Rashid Wagaba nil. Once again, our umpire is a guy carrying a bag of experience of 14 years officiating in competitive matches in Uganda, Henry Joko. There is no better way to usher us into this match than by break and finish by Ibrahim Sejemba, who takes a very early lead very important always to start well. After first frame played, it is 1-0. It is Ibra in the lead. Both of these two players, I like to say that they are friends. They have had a career at times being managed by the same people, or will I say the same person. At times they've played at the same full club. At times they have played in the same foreign country. They did return to the same country at the same time, and they have had very similar results against each other. In particular, the year 2016 Capital Knight Pool Club, a team in the Ugandan Pool League, did sign Ibrahim Sejemba. Did sign Rashid Wagaba to add him to Ibrahim Sejemba. The two became the best two players in the club, both very young men at the time, both teenagers at the time, both inspiring that club to its first and only league title to present date in the year 2018. In that year, Ibrahim Sejemba was joint league top scorer with Alfred Gomekiza, the guy who was nicknamed the Black Sheep. And the guy who came third after those two is Rashid Wagaba, the guy that is nicknamed the Dog City. At the end of the year, Upper Volta Pool Club, by then it was called Kasubi Pool Club, did sign the both of them because the boss of the team, one Dr. Grace Nachito, did move her allegiance from Capital Knights to Upper Volta. The news is that Upper Volta Pool Club was by then a club that was playing. It was Kasubi Pool Club at the time. It was playing in the lower tier of the Uganda Pool League, in the promotional league. So after signing, something happened to the effect that Ibra again felt that he was not ready to play in the lower tier of the league. And then Rashid Wagaba did agree. That is how Ibrahim Sejemba moved to instead in Tinda Giants Pool Club after the two clubs did agree between themselves to have Ibra move on, and while the Dog City did move later in 2018 to participate in a tournament that happened in Zambia, the East and Southern African Pool Championships, a tournament he participated in, and a tournament that inspired him to choose to stay in Zambia, where he did play semi-professional pool with Spice Pool Club, I beg your pardon. And in the meantime, Ibra was a dominant player in the Ugandan pool fraternity. In 2020, Ibra decided to join the Zambian Pool League when he was signed by Sharks Pool Club. Other players in the same league from Uganda included Caesar Chandiga, who had joined the league earlier in the year, but also Spice Pool Club had another Ugandan who was called Bukenya Uthman, the Rashid Wagaba being another. They didn't win the league. Ibra's team didn't win the league, but both Ibra and the Dog City did return at the end of the year 2022 on their rivalry. Did make a very good start then, because since then they've been some of the most dominant faces in the Ugandan pool scene, and they have had very good results against each other. They've not battled. They've battled once between themselves. This is a rematch of action that took place in February earlier this year at Tickles and Giggles, also in Kampala. That match was also a race to 21. That match was also for $1,200. It was 18-18 at one time, and then Ibra made the single visit clearances in the last three frames, and he won the match 21-18. There was lots of negotiation for this rematch to happen. First of all, it was all caused by Ibra, who did invite the entire country of Uganda to money matches, not just Ugandans, but everybody who bears an African passport, including yourself. If you are watching and you're African and you can put some balls, Ibra wants to have a money match with you from Cape Town to Cairo. As long as you are African. This is the second response he's getting. The first one was Bwani Kamansu, whom he did beat on Wednesday, exactly 1 week ago. Match that ended 21-20 for the same stake, same race. Ibra winning. For Dog City to accept this race, there had to be a condition that the time rule, as prescribed in the black ball rule, had to be maintained to the dot. The 60 seconds that are granted per shot had to be maintained. That is why umpire Henry Joko besides being dressed very smartly in his bow tie, is having a stopwatch to ensure that no shot out of the 41 games, if the match is to be played to its fullest, is played beyond the 60 seconds which the rules do grant. Once again, courtesy of an Apple, Ibrahim Sajemba, the guy that is wearing white, is leading 1-0 against Rashid Wagaba, the guy who is wearing black in RS 21. Also, this match is being streamed on the 2 platforms. Feel free to serve yourself to a platform of your choice. Live on Break and Finish Live YouTube, also live on it is live on Break and Finish Facebook. It's also live on Peter Chobe Live YouTube. You may watch on a platform of your choice. While the videos look similar, the commentary is exactly the same. I'm actually enduring to have just 2 different sets of gadgets, to have 2 different videos for 2 different platforms. Also 2 different games at the start are being won by 2 different players, Ibra and the Dog City. After 2 games, it is now 1-1 in a race to 21 for $1,200 US. And for those of you who are watching on YouTube, I want to ask for your apologies. I don't know why. I don't know what wrong I did do while setting up this video. It doesn't have a comment section. There is no possibility of live chat. I'm sorry about that. I don't know how it happened. I want to be frank with you. Live chat is only possible on the Facebook video. The YouTubers can watch, but not chatting live. The Facebook live chat is up and running. Also, from the deepest bottom of my Ugandan heart, I want to thank the management teams of both of these players. The management team, the team that manages Ibrahim Sejemba. Thank you. Zach Idiro for reawakening Ibra's career to ensure that he is playing again, that he is active again, for staking in this match, for risking while entertaining Africa. Also, thank you to the Advanced Talent Agency, the manager Steven Sentongo and director Hakim Kigundu. I also want to call the Advanced Talent Agency the game changer in African pool. Not just for signing up players like Dog City and Lawrence, the guy who won the first match, by the way, and the Caesar, but also ensuring that Heibo is partaken. Oh, what a beautiful shot from Ibra. Whether or not he did intend on that one, it remains a beauty. I was just saying that Advanced Talent Agency, game changer in Ugandan pool and African pool, ensuring that Heibo is just over the corner. A new arena is just over the corner, which will house several disciplines, including black ball and 9 ball and 10 ball and 8 ball and hay ball and snooker, just to ensure that these guys diversify their Q action to venture into disciplines that are more rewarding than black ball, which is the most famous discipline in Africa. Thank you, ATA. Thank you, Team Moneymed. Thank you, Ibra, and thank you, Dog City. And although this match is only starting, I am perfectly sure that we are going to get entertained. Fouls can be entertaining, brilliances can be entertaining, clearances can be entertaining, also failures can be entertaining. In a race as long as 21, you get to see all of the strengths and weaknesses of either of the players. There was an opinion poll that I did conduct throughout the day today. Close to 800 of you did vote, just predicting on who of these guys you think would win. About 500 do think that Ibra was winning. About 300 do think that Dog City is winning. But your thoughts, now that the match has started, will not matter so much. What matters is what these guys deliver on the table. 1-1, Dog City looking to make it 2. The last time he participated in a money match, Dog City, he was beaten at this very venue by Joseph Kasozi in a race to 21. At one time it was 14 all. Something did happen which I've never seen Dog City being treated to before. He did lose the last 7 games, making it 21-14. The following day there was a tournament at Amigos in Kansanga. I found him in a restaurant watching the match and making repeats of mistakes that he did. I want to think that he's been correcting himself. Since then, it is the first time that he's participating in a long race in action, and he leads against one of the best long racers on the African continent. It is now 2-1. May I shout out to all of you who are now, with only the fourth game being played, over 1,000 on both Facebook and YouTube combined. I thank you for always watching, always subscribing, and always making these pages as relevant as they are, and myself as relevant as I am as a streamer. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Africa. And while I, just like any other person, I take it good on compliments. There's this one which challenges another commentator on another page. Let's just embrace all the action on all the pages, and all of us are differently gifted. Yeah, so I know that Samson Kibuga is doing a very good job on the Sam's Pool TZ platform as Rashid Wagaba pots black prematurely. A very painful way to lose a frame, especially when your opponent is as good as Ibra. Nonetheless, Ibra 2 and Dog City 2. Thank you for watching. Mick Mill, Eric Stender, Homeboy. Wherever this one is going, whichever the score we are having tonight, one thing that I'm sure of is that we're going to get entertained, especially the way both of these players have been shooting. Both of them didn't have a very good start of this year. Both of them have had their year revived in the last few months. For Ibra, I will say last few weeks. For Dog City, in the last few months, we are getting to see some of the very best that we can get from these guys. Always dangerous when his break is on Ibra, and then he makes a very good break here. Will I say very good or just good? The thing is, there is no single bad ball on the table. Maybe the black, maybe the red closes to your screen on the right. But when Ibra breaks, when the break is this good, he has nothing else in his mind but to clear the frame in one visit of the table. At the venue, there has been a lot of side staking, very few that have been fair side bets. Those who are saying that Ibra is winning against those who are saying that Dog City is winning, the majority of them have had imaginary head starts to Dog City, like giving him imaginary +1, +2, +3, even +4. A lot of business. About 200 fans also are here at Amigos in Kampala. The venue is right at the heart of Kampala City, Entebbe Road, just around the Kibuye roundabout, opposite Shell Fuel Station is the Kampala Polo Arena, on whose second floor there is this magnificent pool playing area with about 8 Super League pool tables, and of the 8, I can only see 2 tables, including the one where we have the battle, by the way, are the ones being used. The rest, players are seated all around them to ensure that they watch this action to completion. Some of them are players, some of them are fans who have been playing all day. That action has all stopped just to ensure that they can watch this action from players who are better than them. Ibra going for an apple for himself, which will be the second of the day. Jackson Walsansa, thank you for watching. I'm doing good, my guy. Junior Mishrem, always watching. Be reminded that the 60-second rule per shot is being effected to the fullest by umpire Henry Joko. In fact, this match was supposed to have taken place a long time ago. Dog City wanted actually a 45-second race with shots being taken not more than 45 seconds. But that's not what the rules say. Ibra will most likely be doing a backspin, drawing the white ball a little backwards near the center pocket, just to put both balls to the same corner pocket right of your screen. Perfect. Just last Wednesday, he did win a money match. He's looking to make it 2 money matches in 7 days. And he leads for the second time in the match. It is now 3-2 after 5 games played. Brace yourselves. Grab your chocolate. Not chocolate. Grab your popcorn. Grab your coffee. Ensure that you don't slip off. You could immerse your feet underwater. Ibra versus Dog City. Always mouth-watering, always entertaining, always lovely to watch, especially for the neutrals. Those of you who are diehards of Dog City, those of you who are diehards of Ibra, you are watching with some pressure. The neutrals are having nothing short of enjoyment. Among the over 200 people who are watching at the venue, Rashida Motesi, a very wide smiling face of Lawrence Sengonge, the guy who won the first match. I can see Ian Nikazwe. I can see Joseph Kasozi. Those I'm just mentioning players. And the best of them all at the arena. I can see Caesar Chandiga. I can also see Arafat Mbowa, one of the players who are deaf and dumb but do play pool. I can see Mubarak Moson. I can see Laban. Those are guys who normally play the weekly comps that I normally stream. By the way, tomorrow there is another one at Amigos, the second Amigos, because there are 2 Amigos arenas, just separated by about 10 minutes between them if you're driving. This one is Amigos in the city of Kampala, in the heart of the city, where we are having this match. The other Amigos in the village, in the town of Kansanga, is where we are having a weekly comp tomorrow. I would assume that both of these players will be participating. So after this one, just go back home, recharge the gadgets, then get ready for tomorrow. That one is starting at around lunchtime, up for the next 7 hours of the day and part of the night. A very brave young man, Dog City. I just love how he's so strict on his dress code, those sweater pants. The guy loves that dress code. I want to imagine that he has many in different colors. Ibra does love his jeans. Both of them wear t-shirts. I want to tell you that Dog City is one player who is not afraid of any player on the African continent, and the same applies to Ibra. So many money matches both of these 2 guys have had. I wouldn't be able to tell you offhand who has had the more. But for those who are most significant for Dog City in terms of results, just last year he did take down Joseph Kasozi 16-15, though Kasozi was able to pay sweet revenge just 3 weeks ago. Late last month he did take down Ibrahim Kayanja, same venue, same table, 16-12. There was a sponsored race between himself and Caesar in a race to 15. He did win 15-9 at Dice Lounge in Kampala, with the winner taking $200, the loser taking $100, and it is the first long race that Caesar has ever lost against any Ugandan player. Dog City also did play a money match against Ganda at the start of the year. Jeremiah Naido, he did lose that one in a race to 15. 15-10 it did end. Last year he won a battle, the best ever performance I have personally ever seen from him. A match I did stream on this very platform against South Africa's Ishmael Mtetwa. It ended 13-3. Oh, Ishmael was really beaten. Then he did promise me that he will follow Dog City up to Kampala, try and beat him here. But Mazambane Ishmael, I'm still waiting for you. The guy who did beat you is about to equalize against Ibrahim Sejemba. And there we go. Rashid Wagaba 3, Ibra Sejemba 3. Round of applause from the fans for Dog City.
abazannyo gembu yaabwe.
Seems there is another attempt to respond to Apple by Apple from Ibra. And I know that not so many of you were expecting this match to go on at the speed at which we are having. I believe that these players are proving you wrong so far. I also want to think personally that it's a very balanced battle. Although the predictions from a majority of you were a little bit one-sided, majority of you did think that Ibra was the overwhelming favorite. The same opinion that is shared by the majority of the fans at the venue here, because a lot of the side betting did have imaginary head starts for Dog City. Ibra, the guy who was taken down in big money matches before. Jeremiah Green, 21-15 convincingly at climax, walking distance from where we are. In the money matches, he has taken down Bwanika Mansour on, guess what, 3 occasions. In money matches, he has taken down Joseph Kasozi. He has beaten Amos Ndiagomana with Alfred Gomekiriza. He's seemingly about to regain the lead for the 3rd time in this match. Wow. I like to call him sometimes slow poison. Sometimes not wearing a very serious face. Sometimes playing sort of cheekishly, but meaning business the way he clears the games. That game was a joy to watch. He now leads once again 4-3. Genius Shawarira asking how much pot it is. 1,000, 1,200 US dollars. And guess what? I've received instructions from Ibra's manager that should he win, I just surrender to him everything. Oops, these guys sometimes can be lucky. And I also want to tell you that it is exactly the same for Dog City. So whoever wins this match, if you're having a date on them, just send them a message tomorrow morning. I want to believe that they will be so tired tonight. They will probably have their phones switched off and then have a very well-deserved rest. He knows only one way to play the Dog City. One of the most offensive players, in my opinion, on the entire African continent. Sometimes the games can be so difficult. For him, he always finds a way. A game like this one is tempting to make a clearance. You have to be on your A game to finish a game like this one. Dog City will fancy himself. Another player will probably be playing some safety shot here. I'm very sure that Dog City has none of that in his mind. Two players I really love to watch, both of these guys. That is not exactly the shot I love to watch. Being so adventurous as Dog City and being so optimistic sometimes is the problem, but you wouldn't blame him a lot. It is how he wins and it is how he loses. Maybe another player would have gone for a safety shot there, because the game is only so tempting to win that means it is equally tempting to lose. Nonetheless, he fancied his chances. He just missed the target by half a millimeter. And here is the killer playing to kill him, to punish him for that mistake, for that miss. A guy, Ibrahim Sajemba, with a lot of accolades for a player of that young age. One of the most respected and feared players, not just in Uganda, not just in East Africa, but also on the entire African continent. And you will really shout out to Dog City for even daring to take on Ibra in a money match. Because even when these two players have been playing for the same pool club, Ibra was the senior player in the team, not senior in terms of age, but also in terms of responsibility accorded by the team, because he was made to play the last game of the match. That game is normally assigned to the most dependable player on the team, because in case it happens to be a decider, then the club can count on their best player to win for them the most important frame of the match. Both have shined, both locally and internationally. For Ibra, one of the biggest stages being the two victories in the two international tournaments organized in Zambia and Kenya respectively, 3 years apart. Last year, he did win the Grand Mchana Open Championship, $5,000 he did win. Tournament that was played over 2 days in August last year at Mchana Pub and Grill. He did beat Tanzania's Saif Hamad in the final, Zimbabwe's Malvan Makonza in the semi-final, Uganda's Simon Lubola in the quarter-final, Uganda's Gloria Senyonyi in the round of last 16, South Africa's Aiden Joseph in the round of last 32, Kenya's Colin Tway in the round of last 64, and Kenya's Cornelius Kigen in the round of last 28. In the same tournament, Dog City did finish in the quarterfinals. $500 if I'm not mistaken, the money he won for being in that position. Earlier in there, he had won the V8 pool competition, a tournament of 64 players, including the best from Uganda and Kenya. It was organized in Kisumu at Rakatak Pool Club. He did beat Ugandan Simon Nobola in that final, 9-8. Dog City has played a number of other tournaments outside of his country, but in others he has not been really shining a lot. Last year, both of these players did feature in the Billiards Cafe Double Elimination competition. Dog City was beaten in the round of last 16. Ibra came second to Stanford Griven Gente tournament that will be having this year's version next month, October. Shafiq Walusimbi, thank you for watching. Lanima Mhandu throwing a jab at Eshkai. Eshkai did win his money match yesterday. He did beat Kelvin. And one of the most convincing victories against Kelvin in his tour of Zimbabwe. That one will be one of the most convincing shots by Dog City in today's match. He is down 4-3. And after that very, very good long range target. With the perfect white ball manipulation in the same shot, he seems to be in pole position to equalize again. A match that is going neck to neck by two players you will definitely be loving to watch. And at least for the start, it is more entertaining than the match between Ibra and Mansour, the one that was held last week. If they play at this same level throughout the night, I want to believe that the long wait will be worth it. Sorry, by the way, the first match did take more time than anticipated, but Dog City is not taking a lot of time to make a clearance that he's using to equalize in the match. There we go. Dog City 4, Ibra 4. It seems as though the majority of the fans are Dog City fans. Let me wait and hear the cheers when Ibra does win a frame. 4-4, too close, too tight. But there you are free to change your prediction. Those who predicted that Ibra will win could now predict that Dog City will win in the comment section, and vice versa. All the fans who are at the venue are having smiles on their faces. That means that they are getting entertained. And I want to believe that the majority, if not all of you who are watching online, are getting equally entertained. Especially those who are watching on YouTube, it has the facility to replay a shot that you may not have watched properly, or you just want to watch it again for another reason. You just have to scroll that red line down backwards. You can watch any part of the match of your choice. The beauty with Facebook that I like is the width, how interactive Facebook is, how far it can go. And it is the most popular platform for pool lovers, especially in Africa. While YouTube, its ability to improve the quality of your video. Those of you who are watching on YouTube, you can always go to the settings, the icon that pops up once you touch your screen. If you are watching on a mobile phone, of the icons that pop up, the one that is on the top right, then you go to quality, then advanced, and a figure as high as your data bundles can afford. You watch in HD quality if you select the highest possible figure in terms of resolution. For Facebook, as Facebook dictates the resolution of your video. But I'm also watching somewhere in Facebook and it is looking pretty beautiful. The stubborn commentator, that is Betty Tabitha, always commenting, always watching. She's watching from somewhere, Arua, West Nile, Uganda. Thank you for watching, always sharing, always smiling in the comment section, sometimes fighting. And I know she's very happy because of someone she's watching in the background of this video, the one who is eating a big plate of food. I may be in trouble because of that, but it's okay. Dog City may be in trouble because of that shot. It was a very glaring shot. Also very daring. Also very tempting. He can see the yellow. I'm not so sure he can see it well enough to pot it. Very important shot this one for him to pot and win, or to miss and probably lose this frame. He pots. The only problem is that white ball is not as accurate as he would have fancied. Maybe the best bargain for him is a long range target to the corner pocket top left of your screen. No shade of a doubt he can, but it is his only option. If he misses, things could go either way. There we go. Aims and shoots. Where's the black going? It's a miss. And Ibra's fans encourage him that there he is. Tapiwa Vushe. You're asking for my prediction between the two? You want a prediction? One of them will win, but not with a big score. That's my prediction. It's done. Marcus Don DiMarco. You are coaching Dog City in the comment section. He's not watching. Jose Nchuguna. Playing off the cushions, instead going for mass shot, trying to curve the white ball around the reds, finds the black. Beautiful, but I'm not so sure it is efficient. All Ibra needs is to be the guy on table. This is a game he will most likely, most definitely be finishing. Dog City has already demonstrated that he can come out of the angle. So if you're Ibra, if you have the ability that he has, you will probably be going for the clearance, especially for the fact that in Dog City trying to find his black, he ended up opening up Ibra's red game. And here we are. 6 reds now. And the black, all balls in perfect space. And here comes the killer. Having gotten that name, moments after winning the Grand Mchana Open at Mchana Pub and Grill, Ngong Road, Nairobi last year, when given a microphone to speak to the fans, he asked them the question, who is the killer now? Then they responded, Ibra. And immediately, he got to himself that nickname, the killer. He's trying to kill one of his friends, Dog City, as umpire Henry Joko watches on while he times each and every shot. His hand, like you can see in the background, is on the stopwatch. Every time a shot is taken, to start or stop, the same stopwatch. He's concentrating on that as much as looking for fouls. It's a very good job, a very commendable job that the senior umpire is doing, not just on table, even dressing so presentably well. He could easily be my man of the match, the umpire. Dramatizer Platinum's watching from Zambia. There you wave your Zambian flag. I don't know who of these you will be supporting because both of them have had a history in Zambia. Both of them did win weekly comps in Lusaka. By the way, of the two players, Dog City left Zambia with the ability to speak the Nyanja language very fluently. A Zambian friend of mine did tell me it must be Basop, a fellow commentator, that not only does Dog City speak Nyanja, he speaks it fluently, just as do the locals. I want to think that he's a very wise man, intelligent. You just can't learn a language in 2 months. It is a little bit abnormal. It's only for geniuses. Leroy Carabo. Evangelist, you are supporting me and Caesar. Thank you for the support, but I don't play guy. Lisbon Kachabe supporting the killer all the way. Levinson Chigundu. Spinner Kenny, you are saying thank you, Jesus. I don't know for which of the shots, maybe for Dog City's miss. Seemingly, you are supporting Ibra. Will most likely be making this one over a clearance. In a timed race, he doesn't even need. Sometimes he likes to take too much time between shots. For today, he knows it, that everything is being timed. And he's using as little time almost as Dog City. He's playing fast, he's entertaining, and once again, he is leading 5-4. After winning that previous frame, Ibra is gifted with 2 shots to begin with, courtesy of a foul break by Dog City. And you want to think that this being the 10th frame, both of them will want to win it so badly for Ibra to go into the first break if the players decide to have it with the lead for Dog City to avoid going down as we go into the halftime in the first break of the match. The disadvantage for Dog City is that he has no chance, he has no choice, because he's not the guy on table. Ibra can determine whether or not he goes in the first break with the lead. He is opting to play the yellows. Once again, apologies for those of you who are watching on YouTube. There is no live chat there. I did not intend it. I don't even know how it came about. Second time that I'm having no live chat on YouTube. I'll have to ask AI, artificial intelligence, how it does come about when the stream is being set. I frankly don't know. The only thing I know is that there is a big likelihood that Ibra is going into the first quarter of the match getting done with himself leading 6-4. I want to believe that this race is going on for at least the next 2 hours, so we are not yet done. Playing this ongoing frame to completion will mark only a quarter of the money match. Rest to 21 is 41 games. It could be 40. This is the 10th. And a beauty of a white ball on the 10th. Lots of very good clearances in this match. This one is one of them. Entertaining match, entertaining players, entertaining action, entertaining way to play the black ball, and entertaining way to lead for the 4th time in this match, this time extending his lead. For the first time, Ibra is having a 2-game cushion in the match. 6-4, the little magician leading against the City Dog. Moses Maluza from Zambia. Spinner Kenny calls Ibra the cue ball controller. Okay. He has demonstrated that he can be that. Roman World Limited, thank you for watching. You're supporting Ibra today. Yes, the other day you were supporting Caesar when you did show up. I want to think that that is not accepted. You don't support both Ibra and Caesar. And well, Ona is just saying that the languages that are spoken from Namibia and Zambia and Mozambique and the Congo resemble East African languages, so it is easy to learn. Well, that is similar, but I think it is most especially the Bantu languages. But in Southern Africa, there are no Luos, there are no Nilotics in terms of ethnic groupings, but lots of Bantu. In fact, some languages, some words in Shona and in Ndebele and Zulu are exactly the same as those in Luganda and Runyankole, and those languages that are spoken a lot in East Africa. Mbuzi is goat in most of those languages. Woman is mkazi in most of those languages, if not all. The thing that Dog City has to be careful about is for Ibra not to take a big lead. If he does, things could start to get nasty before they are not. Dog City just survived a scare last week in a match that was organized between himself and Hazard that was not played to completion. Hazard played so well in the start that not that Dog City was playing any bad. Hazard was just finishing his games left, right, and center. Something that Ibra is seemingly doing in the very next game that Dog City is participating in. The guy who also defeated Bwanika Mansour exactly 7 days ago. I've loved the fact that both players have opted not to have timeout, even when they were free. Or whoever of them would have wanted to have the timeout, the other had no right to reject, because 10 games have been done. But anytime now one of them could want the timeout, they will be granted, and it will be taken by both of them. Both players have started playing reasonably well. Dog City especially reasonably well. Ibra, I want to say he's playing very well. He gives himself a little bit of difficult shots, especially white ball being so close to the black. Is he going for off ball? A yellow off the red to the center pocket. It will be beautiful if he pulled it off the red. Yes, he does. Beauty. That's a sign of a guy in confidence. He is on a mission to get to the place where he believes he belongs. For the majority of the lovers of polo in Africa, they rate him so highly as one of the very best players on the African continent. I do think he is too. But for the last year, he has been a shadow of himself. For the last 1 or 2 months, he's proving that his form is back, that he can take down anyone, even if that anyone is Dog City, as he now leads with a cushion of 3. Ibra 7, Dog City 4. Dog City is demonstrating that he's down, but not out. That he's being led, but not beaten. Wearing black. Black is normally a sign of mourning. Maybe he's showing that he's not happy with the recent string of results in many matches involving him. While Ibra is wearing the white, maybe showing that things are bright for him, at least of late. There's one tournament, Ibra, in the last month or so, and a money match. Wants to make it another money match, one in a row. Dog City will be happy with himself with that shot. A little game opening shot just to open up the black a little bit more. This one should be done and dusted. Someone help me count the apples. They are becoming so lovely and so many, which is exactly what the game needs. For the first time, there were 8 consecutive apples, green apples. You break and finish that battle between Maluva and Kelvin 2 days ago. 4 from each players, 8 in a row. What an advertisement that one was for African pool. One of the most entertaining matches in African pool history. Here we are. All right. Accurate. A round of applause. 7-5. Once again, we have a weekly comp tomorrow, starting lunch time. As the first match did go on, the draws were picked. If I can look out for some of the more interesting matches, I can see 2 ladies participating against men, the sisters Rukia and Rashida. Rukia is taking on a manager called Kasim, while Rashida is taking on Lawrence Sengonge Dangote, the guy who won the first money match of the day. Yahaya and Caleb. Yahaya is a very young man. Caleb, you probably know him. Sam was taking on Ibrahim Kayanja. Can't see Dog City on the list so far. He is actually on the list. And we'll be talking on a guy called Kamwani, one of the fastest players in the country in terms of offense. Vincent Sechibole taking on Computer. Ian is on a walkover, while Ibra, that is Sejemba, will be taking on Ivan Kanyesi. A good one. Seemingly the best match of the first round is Joseph Kasozi and Bwanika Mansour. A player called Badman Enoch Luanga will be taking on Caesar, while Geoffrey Rutaya will be taking on a guy called Yanga Molo. 32 players, about 4 slots still to be filled in the chat. Once again, that one will be starting at lunchtime tomorrow, live on the same platforms where you're watching this money match tonight. A very disciplined crowd it is, this one today, but a very passionate one. I think for the reason that while they love their players, they do know that they are not very big rivals. Personally, in life, they are friends. But when it comes to the game, there's nothing like friends. Everybody is looking for money. They are looking for a profile to build. They are looking for match to win. Rahimana Nyondo in the house, one of the veteran players, female players in the league. She has come with
Yes, Facebook is sound on. Facebook audience, please tell me if sound is on again. Audience, sound back on.
the guy does have quite a good amount of fan base here, and it's understandable. He's, for some of them, the underdog, Dog City, and yet for some of the time he entertains by playing faster. He's not a winner as much as Ibra is, but maybe a better entertainer on the table. Many of the highlights, because I normally upload the best action from these videos on my TikTok account, which is called Peter Chobe Live. Guys like Dog City, guys like Caesar, guys like Computer, who have that kind of play, like Ibrahim Kayanja, are the ones who have the biggest amount of highlights on that channel. It is now 7-6. Dog City is within one game of Ibra in a race to 21. Of the two players, it has been Dog City so far, who has not been having the breaks his way today. He has so far potted white ball twice on the break. The first time Ibra did punish him with a clearance. This time Ibra came within one, will I say one shot of an apple. He still can, but now absolutely difficult. He will want to try and play the black off the cushion Umpire Henry Joko will be watching very observantly as much as you. It is risky. He could play the black off the red. Yes, indeed. Sometimes it's called the commentator's curse. Black was played off the red. The Dog City with the 2 shots. He has only 1 ball, which is so near the cushion, which is kind of a dead ball. The rest, he would clear them even with his eyes closed. Rashid Wagaba in attack, most likely, most definitely to equalize again. He went 1 game down in the start, pulled it back and led, and Ibra equalized, and it was neck to neck till 4-4, and then Ibra won 3 games in a row, and it seems Dog City is about to win a 3rd in a row to make it 7-all and make it very exciting and entertaining and unpredictable and too close to call and too tough. He's one guy, Dog City, that really doesn't have big rivals. All of the senior players have a good spot for him. He's a good guy, to be fair, not just on table, even in real life. But here he's demonstrating his prowess on table. Where will the white ball be? This is very unfortunate for him. Sometimes he plays too fancy, but being too fancy can be too risky. The umpire is trying to check if the white ball and red are touching each other. If it is touching, he would only have to play away. And the umpire Henry Joko confirms that white ball is touching the red. Dog City doesn't have the permission to play the red ball direct. Actually, by the rules, when the ball is touching, when you play the white ball away, you are deemed to have played the ball that is touching the white. So in this case, if he plays away, he would have played the red. If he shakes the red for whatever reason, he would have made a foul and Ibra would have 2 shots on the black. I want to think that he will want to play a shot away from the red, but not giving Ibra easy chance to pot the black. He's also free to play into the black direct, because the assumption is that he plays the red first when he plays away. He'll play off the cushion and displace the black. There he goes. And the positioning of the black ball is such that it is almost impossible to play snooker. Also, his red ball being in space, you want to think that that ball has been well thought, that shot has been well thought and well executed by the dog in the city. Ibra equally has very big brains on the table. He'll want to map out something here, maybe try and pot in the double to the corner pocket, top left, maybe to the center pocket on the left. There is some space, a passage of the black ball just near the red ball. Maybe the passage is being intercepted by the red, I don't know. Here we go. Goes for the cushion drive. Misses. And as long as Dog City is on target, with the red ball to the center pocket on the right ball, the white ball moves naturally to get accurate white for black, which he will also put to the corner pocket top right. He's asking Sajemba Ibra to sit down, something that Dog City has within his rights. Standing in front of your opponent puts him under uncalled for pressure. Here we go. Natural movement. Nothing to force, nothing elaborative. Just like that. But Dog City misses. Maybe the biggest miss he's having in this match so far. He concedes the frame. This one will probably be the most painful of all that he has lost. And the umpire grants Ibra the first timeout of the match, which timeout will be shared between him and the Dog City. In the meantime, Rashid Wagaba, Dog City 6, Ibrahim Sejemba, the killer, 8. This is a frame that is a little bit reminiscent of the last frame that was played. Dog City did put white ball on the break. Ibra came so close to making a clearance, then he failed on the black. Once again, Ibra was just about to make an up, then white ball moved a little further than he fancied for the black. That is how he finds himself giving Dog City chance to play. The game is still tight, but Dog City really has to be very careful. He's come so close to going 3-4 games down in this match. He has been fighting back slowly, that he has to be very wary that he's up against a very, very, very solid opponent. He'll want to open up the red ball, which is near the center pocket on the left. In the same shot, slow shot. Oops. That is the closest you will ever get to fouling. The very, very, very closest. Sometimes he needs to be more patient. And you're up against frame looking as bad as this one, you have to sometimes think about being patient. Trying to go for a game like this one is so risky. Sometimes you run and then hit the wall. His game plan for this one was not exactly right. Should have been a little more safe. He's been punished and is now 3 games down. Ibra 9 and the Dog City 6 in a race to 21, 1,200 US dollars.
Decide what to do. Decide
for the second time in the match, Dog City is 3 games down. Has to be very careful. Well, the last 2 games he played showed a little bit of complacency in his attacking play. When you play in a long race like this one, all of your strengths, all of your mistakes, all of your weaknesses, your clearances, your apples, your fouls, your brilliances, your shortcomings, all of them, they come to play. That's why a player who is better than the other will ask for a race as long as possible. Endurance, an important factor which I think both players do have. Patience sometimes is necessary, sometimes is lacking. For Dog City, Ibra has it in full plenty. Hazard arrives just to watch this match. I want to think that he will be supporting Ibra, not only because he's his friend, but stuff that went on in that last match, which did not end between Hazard and Dog City, is not something you think Hazard will be so happy with. I just have a feeling he's supporting Ibra for that particular reason. Dog City will have these 3 reds, especially the one that is in the middle of those 3. The ones that he really has to negotiate past. Here we go. He's been queuing well. I don't want to say that he's having a bad day, but sometimes he has been 99% accurate in his attacking play, and he's been losing because of that 1%. 2 games he came so close to winning, but not close enough. This one could be a third unless he perfects the shot he's about to play. Top spin, white ball moving off the cushion, coming towards the midpoint of the table, just like that. Well, that one will go down as a good shot. He's going for the top left corner pocket. Has to be a little bit mindful of the white ball. We'll drag it just like that. This time he makes sure and pulls one back and is now on 7 compared to Ibra's 9. Sometimes Ibra can mean to be a bully. Shooting like asking the opponent, what will you do if I missed anyway? He only banks when it is the only option. He goes for the double when it is the best available option. And you can see the reason why it gave him a very direct white for his penultimate red ball of the match. We'll need the top spin, play follow, with a spin bouncing off the cushion closest to your screen, white ball moving towards the top end of the table. Just like that, just like that, just like that. He'll just take his time just to make sure. Lawrence and Caesar are at the venue donning their advanced talent agency attire. Clearly, they are supporting Dog City, understandably, for hailing from the same management team. But the guy from Roxbury is the guy in the lead, is the guy playing to extend the lead, is the guy that plays the black, and is the guy that puts the black goes in double figures for the first time with 10 games played out of 17 played. Ibrahim Sajemba 10 and Rashid Wagaba 7. Guys, I want to believe that it's just about halfway through the match. Ibra is just slightly over half, actually half a goal more than the number of games he needs to win for the victory. Dog City is slightly less than a half of what he needs for the victory. He has more work to do. He needs to talk to his management, especially in terms of sometimes playing risky pool. For a game like this one, the yellow game, of course, any player has to go for it. Sometimes he goes for games where it is so risky to go for them, and it has cost him 2 games in this match. Just imagine if he had 9, Ibra would have 9 as well. Right now it is 11-7. He did lose a money match against Caesar early in there. In Nairobi, did have sweet revenge Dog City against Caesar. On the eve of the tour of Maluva and Eshka in Kampala, he sponsored race that one. Good queue action from the dog in the city. Has to avoid white ball contacting the red near the yellow. It will affect its movement. A lovely skill. He came in slightly as the underdog. Maybe it is the reason why he has a relatively good amount of support at the venue. This time he will make sure he will not make any error. He will win an 8th out of 19 games. It is now 11-8. And I want to think that these clearances of both these guys have been so brilliant today. I want to implore you not to sleep once again. That this match is entertaining even more than it promised. The match between Ibra and Mansour is the bigger match in stature, the one that we did have last week, but this one is providing way more entertainment than last week's match. So many apples, so many brilliant clearances, so many reasons for fans to cheer. Even the neutrals. So many reasons for the fans to keep themselves on their tenterhooks. Dog City will have this problem of being the guy that is trailing for the most of the match tonight. And I want to think that maybe 1 hour and 15 minutes or so we shall be done with this match, because of the speed at which these guys are playing. Their natural speed, but also the fact that it is a timed race in which shots have to be taken in not more than 60 seconds. Chugume Amos, thank you for watching. Lawrence, Wenje and Davis, Ahumza and the others. These guys, when they play offensive pool, when they are in the mood, sometimes they seem to play as if they are playing alone on themselves. When Ibra was winning those 3 games in a row, he was seemingly playing alone on himself. Now the way Dog City did clear the previous frame and the way he is on the table right now, trying to win 2 games with 1 visit of the table, something which he would have done for the 2nd time in this match. Such a joy to watch. When he's winning, because of his bullish offensive style, Dog City, when he's winning, he wins as if he's trying to expose his opponent a little bit. When he's winning, he looks so good. And I have to confess that I do love his game. One thing that I don't love is the fact that sometimes he takes so many risks. Will he draw the white ball backwards, or will he allow the white ball to bounce off the cushion on the right? Like that, like that, like that. He has gotten himself snookered. His fans are clapping for him. They have not yet realized that he has gotten himself snookered and is in danger with a capital D. I want to think that even when he finds the black, he will still not have escaped the danger, unless he finds a way to put it, playing mass shot white ball, curving around the jaw of the pocket, finds the black. But it is Ibra's fans who will celebrate that shot. The difference between victory and defeat when it's top players against themselves is very, very, very minimal. Weekly comp is on tomorrow, guys. A long day for myself. And those of you who will want to watch all the action, long day for you as well. And this is during the week, not the weekend. Don't forget to share the video. Those of you who are watching on YouTube, don't forget to like. I want to mean that don't forget to like if you're watching on YouTube, and don't forget to share if you're watching on Facebook. For the Facebookers, especially if you know that from amongst your friends list, there are enough pool lovers like yourself. Here we go. One fond fan is making extra noise for Ibra. He's called Mickey D. He used to be Mansour's #1 fan. The guy has just out of the blue, maybe not out of the blue. He told me actually he was signed for a transfer with a transfer fee to shift from Mansour to Ibra's camp as a fan. The guy he's supporting has regained his 3. Actually, it is now a 4-game cushion. Already in double figures, Ibra. Dog City, not really. Thank you, Sanasi Ekon, Sawiyama Philemon. Romano, you're supporting Ibra today for whatever reason, and yet you supported Caesar the other time. Brian Kajowa watching from Zambia. Really? Homeboy seems to be watching from Zimbabwe. Kipixel's photographer Francis Mokwekwe is happy that Ibra is back on table. He's not just back on table. He's back maybe to full fitness, full form. Some of the results he has been achieving in the last month or so have been nothing short of brilliant. There are tournaments that did happen within 4 days of each other, 2 weekly comps. He came third in one the other, and in both of them he did beat Caesar, something that doesn't happen every day. He has taken down Mansour in a tournament in the recent past. He has also taken down Mansour in a money match. He has had the courage to invite everybody to money matches, and he's leading with 4 games against Dog City. Now that is the Ibra of old. It is a very important frame, this one, in my opinion, especially for Dog City. I fear for him if Ibra takes a 5-game lead. 5-game lead for a player of Ibra's level is a big lead. He must start cutting it short. Dog City. He must win this frame somehow. He must find a way. The respect for this money match is such that out of 8 tables at the venue, normal practice is happening only on 2. And the managers of these 2 players are deciding to pay off the venue for the other 4 tables on which there is no action, so as not to interfere with the action that you guys are watching. Where is the white going? Just slightly safe. Very young man at the age of 14, Jackson Asiko, just arrived shortly. Maybe he was watching online and then he decided he cannot watch online anymore. These are supposed to be his seniors from whom he is learning a few things from his mistakes. He's learning some things he has to avoid as a developing professional player. Special shout out to you. I know you're watching. Wesley Raymond Jr., Ibra's social media handler, the guy who would fail to have a meal when Ibra is beaten. Robert Mugabe, the guy whom we call champion in the fraternity. He won a qualifying event for the National Open about 6 years ago. Since then, he calls himself champion of I don't know what. He didn't even win it actually, he just qualified. Among the 4 guys who normally qualify from each venue, he was one of them. Since then, he calls himself champion. I like to call him Ibra's #1 fan. Thank you for watching, Francis Mukwekwe, and thank you for the wonderful streaming of the action as it goes on, as Kelvin's tour. Oh, and the more, and the more. But they don't get surprised if one of these 2 guys playing decides to tour Zimbabwe anytime soon. One of the 2 guys and one other guy. Things are boiling, things are cooking, things are, yeah. So Francis, tell the boys to be ready, yeah? Maybe in a month's time or so. It needs a lot of preparation. The game is flowing because the umpire is having the movements of these players timed to exactly 60 seconds taken per shot. Every after 30 seconds, he does remind whoever is on table that it is 30 seconds left, like he has just done for Ibra. But Francis, I'm surprised you're supporting Ibra. You are very good friends with Caesar Francis Mkwekwe. And I saw Caesar with the Dog City during that time out, so I want to think that Caesar is supporting Dog City, of course, bound by team spirit, ATA spirit. The match has slowed down a little bit. These next 10 games have not been as quick as the first 10. We are at exactly the midway point of the match. That is if we are to play a full race, if we are to have a decider. If we are not to, then we have gone way beyond the halfway point of the match. The first 10 matches, the first 10 frames had 6 for Dog City and 4 for Ibra. The next 10 had 6. Sorry, they had 6 for Ibra and 4 for Dog City. The next 10 also had 6 for Ibra and 4 for Dog City. That's why we have 12-8 as a scoreline. As for now, needs a big shot here, Ibra. I'm not so sure he has enough space for the red ball to pass. Yes, he has. Oops, that was somewhat a beauty. He did put the red ball off the yellow, off the cushion and off the yellow. It was actually very lovely on the eye. Wonderful. And from my viewing position, it looks even better. And those of you who are watching on YouTube, it is a shot that you can play a little bit backwards. It is so good on the eye. I didn't think that it was the winning moment for Ibra. The reason why he is nicknamed the Little Magician, because sometimes he produces some little magical moments which help him win the games, which help him overcome situations. It is now 13 for Ibra and 8 for Dog City. They do qualify these players for the second time out of the match. When I'm able, I'll just be moving around the fans section, trying to talk to who of them I can talk to. about who they see going away with this one. Now Ibra will say is big favorite. 5-game cushion for a player of his level. Actually, the one time that I've ever seen him give a 5-game cushion away. Was it 5? I think it was 4. He led 13-9 against Aiden Joseph, about 15 months ago. 2,000 US dollars. A money match in Kampala, the very last that Aiden did have here. And then he lost the match 21-16. If I'm not mistaken, that's the only time I've ever seen him give away a 5-game cushion. I also want to think that Dog City is not exactly Aiden, that he's a formidable player in himself. To come back from 13-8 down, try and take down Ibra. Everything has to be going your way, not just your breaks, also your clearances. Situations like that. Here's one problem ball right now to the top left of your cushion, that yellow ball which is behind, in between a few reds. He gets white ball for exactly that, wanting to play combination shot. Dog City, he is the best Ugandan player playing combination shots, in my opinion. This is where he comes out strongest. This time round, not really. He fouls. A foul that is most likely giving Ibra a 6-game cushion. A foul that is seemingly insinuating that Ibra is starting to run away with the match, especially if he makes this clearance. It is now not easy supporting Dog City. Even worse, it is not easy being Dog City himself. He rightly asks for a timeout. I think the instructions from the umpire that the players are having the timeout equally. That was the discussion between Ibra and the umpire. So it is the second timeout of the match, ladies and gentlemen, with the Ibra having a 6-game cushion on Dog City, 14-8, and 3 minutes is the time that is allocated for the players out. It's one of those times, especially when you're Dog City. All you have to do is take it one game at a time. Stop thinking about the match. Only think about the game that you're playing. Try to win it. Try to pull one game back, and maybe another, and maybe another. Try to make the gap a little bit smaller. The closer you get, the more pressure you can try and put on Ibra. Otherwise, that manner in which Dog City went 6 games down, which he was down with about 5 minutes ago, could be the deciding run of the match. Many times in long races, each player will have his own sequence of frames which he wins in a row. There was that moment when it was just about to get 7-7. Then Dog City brought the white ball for the black, for the last red before black so close. Ended up touching the white ball. He lost that frame. Since then, the game has been drifting away from him slowly but steadily. Maybe until he won that last game. He is now again on table with 3 yellows. I don't know exactly what he can do with them. Maybe he can, if he can pot this ball, maybe. Actually, there is passage of the white ball. He intended to get white ball for the center pocket yellow first. It wasn't to be. At least he has a ball to play. A ball to pot, the yellow closest to your screen. But it is so direct, and yet he has to use it to get white ball for the next yellow, which will be the last, the one near the center pocket. He has to draw it backwards. Big backspin. White ball moving towards the mid of the table. Misses the pot. He will not be regretting a lot, because even if he had potted, he would have gotten himself snookered. But once again, Ibra of today has been so unforgiving of Dog City's misses, like the one he has just committed momentarily ago.
addition to the first sound. Maybe it is on now, we are watching what is
Microphone check. YouTube. Microphone check. Please confirm YouTube if the sound is up and running again. Sound check, YouTube sound check. In the meantime, for those of you who are just joining this stream, those of you who have been maybe awake, maybe those of you who have been so busy, maybe those of you who are just returning from work now, Skobody is not lying at all. Ibrahim Sajemba is leading 15-9 against Rashid Wagaba in this $1,200 US money match being organized in Kampala at the Amigos Pool Arena. Match that was supposed to have been played at Climax, a different venue altogether, only to change after getting an apology from the management of the venue, with the regret that a money match on the same day was not possible. Need a beautiful skill from Ibra, something that he has been doing all day. Today, he's clearly been the better player. He's been subjected to timed match, with each shot being timed to not more than 6 seconds, and he has been able to overcome it all today. Sometimes Dog City has tried to impose his attacking points on him. Ibra has remained stable and firm and consistent and brave. Like you can see now, against Black for the 16th time in the match. Makes it 16-9. He is starting to see the end. He's having the ending in sight. 21 is the magic number. Ibra is 5 away from 21. Dog City is the whole 12 games away from 21. Meaning we have 16 games to go, in which Dog City needs to win 12. Oops. Needing 12 out of 16, of which Ibra needs 5. Something I frankly cannot see happening, but in sports they say that you never say never. Gets a good break this time, Dog City. He has a very worried face, but he has no option. He has to find a way of being brave, find a way of playing to pot, find a way of winning. Sometimes he takes defeat a little bit personal. The tournament that he won He lost in the final to Hazard, if you remember, around 3 weeks ago at Amigos, when he lost that final by decider. I think it was 9-8. He was inconsolable thereafter. Winning means a lot for these guys, especially these who have a big calendar of events before the year closes. Both of them are involved in the Nile Special, National Open Pool Championship, as well as the National Pool League tournaments of the Pool Session of Uganda. Both of them are expected to participate in the Billiards Cafe double elimination competition in Zambia next month, where Ibra came first runner-up last year, Dog City being beaten in the round of last 32. Both of them expected in the Grand Mchana Open Championship in November. Both of them expected at the Queen's double elimination tournament in Zimbabwe later this year. Dog City is expected in the Ultimate Pool African chapter in Marrakesh, Morocco. Next, it's a way of looking for money from these money matches, testing their fitness levels, assessing where the game is. These ones are also preparatory events for bigger events coming up later in there. And if the player shoots this well, if a player gets his form at the right time of the year, the last 4 or 5 months of the year can be a turning point in their career, especially financially. Last year, from 2 tournaments, Ibra did win $6,500, coming second in the Billiards Cafe Double Elimination Cup to Stanford Graven Ginter. Took home $1,500, and winning the Grand Mchana Open, he took home $5,000. Want to get the 5,000 if it's missing balls as that. I think this will be the second time in a match when Ibra is missing a ball that easy. Here comes Dog City trying to punish. I wanted to think that his best option was to put his yellow off the red, just open up the pocket a little bit more. Finds himself in a situation where maybe to put in the bank, double the yellow to the center pocket on the right. Will he get it? Yes, he does. One of the more beautiful appearances that City will be making in this match. Actually, all of his wins look beautiful. The only problem is that they've been coming few and far between. Gets himself into double figures for the first time in the match. Dog City 10 and Ibra 16. Another surprise entrant to the arena is guess who? Wanika Mansour. Come to guess who is supporting? No prize for guessing. He's supporting Dog City. This frame has seen the very first time in this match that Ibra has spotted white ball on the break. It's not a bad return. It's breaking 13 games, spotting white ball only once. Actually 14. And yet nonetheless, as a guy against whom you put the white ball, even in what is seeming like a losing effort. If the complexion of the match is to go as is, Dog City still finds a way, full of some magic. And speaking of that magic, that white ball is just a little bit magical. How close he did get it, how accurate his clearance has been, and how speedy it has been. Pulls off 2 games, maybe in 3 minutes or maximum 4. Entertaining action, this Dog City 10. Thank you for watching John Bosco Kibeti, watching on YouTube. The game is being streamed on giant screen in the district of Mbali in eastern Uganda. JB John Bosco. Thank you for watching and that update and that beautiful picture and a little video of the television, the giant television at home Mbali, where you are watching. Mbali Pool Club member, I know that you must be supporting Ibra because he did feature with your team and also helped you win that league, especially his performance in the second round towards the close of the last league season that was held 1 year ago. Another miss. When things like this happen, Dog City just becomes a little bit more confident. He grows a little bit more self-belief. His fans become more confident. People develops more pressure. I want to imagine that this game he's winning it also. If he did, he would go to 12 with Ibra 16. It will be a resurgence of hope, but it will still be on hope, I want to think. Still Ibra in the big driving position, win or lose in this game. Webi Bokoko, we are watching from Zambia. Who do you support? Mosbila, hi to you. George Zanga, you want to challenge one of them? JC, you're calling yourself JC in full circles. JC is a player on the Kenya national team. He's called John Chaloe. Okay, but thank you for watching, JC. Hugo Tiger, you are Team Ibra, and you're here to say you're watching from Zambia. You say you're a number 1 fan for Ibra. The guy for whom you're number 1 fan is for the very first time in this match, seemingly losing 3 games in a row. Very first time this is happening. Fans starting to chant Dog City's name every time he finishes a game. 3 in a row for Dog City, from 9 to 12 against Ibra's 16. It is very difficult. But in sports, you never say never. For Ibra, he will want to win this game, not just to go to 17, but he wants to drain the energy out of the city. To make him hopeless because he was gaining hope every time he was winning a game. To make him freeze psychologically. Thank you guys for keeping locked in from East Africa, where this match is being streamed live. It is 12 minutes to midnight. Then we have over 1,000 watching on both platforms. I know thousands more are already asleep. They will be catching the last bits of this match tomorrow morning after they wake up. Also thousands more who are not watching and will be catching this match even later. And we'll be appreciating shots like that. It is seeming like Ibra's day out this one, as it was last Wednesday. The guy is doing well, the guy is confident, the guy believes that his game is back. The guy also believes that he's making money tonight. This game is most likely being watched on giant screen at Roxbury in Ichiwanga, where he's managed at Capital Knights in Kampala, where he was nurtured as a player. Here he is, going this time for 17, which he does fighting safely for 17 and Dog City 12. Every time you see a player winning and then going to meet the fans, they are receiving tips, receiving monies. A culture that on the entire African continent I can only see in Uganda. I want that culture to spread to the other parts of the continent. When pool is played in Zimbabwe, I want to see players being tipped. It is very encouraging to these players when their play is rewarded immediately and in real time. Dry break is exactly what you do not need when you are 5 games down, when Ibra is 4 games away from victory. If we are to play this race to completion, it is 12 games left, including this game. Out of 12, Ibra needs 4, just 4. Underdog City, 9. Vianney Viva is asking if Ibra doesn't see that it's enjoyable when the shots are timed. Yes, the shots are timed to make the match a little bit more enjoyable. Yes, not only is he winning, he's entertaining more today because he's taking less time between shots than he usually does. Brian Tumba, thank you for watching. Skiza one time done. I want to believe that majority of the people who are still watching could be Ibra fans. This time watching with too much anticipation because their player is really motivating not just himself but also his fans at the venue and those who are watching online to keep awake to watch this one to the very end. Very jubilant crowd this. They've been supporting their players for the last 3 hours and they have not lost any of their energy to support. Backspin, right bro? Not exactly backspin, we just moved it a little bit rightwards. How will I say? Nonetheless, extends his lead Ibra now to 18 against Dog City's 12. Thank you, Brian Wala. You're watching from Kitale, Kenya. A very good reception, very good experience we did have in Kitale. That very beautiful tournament that was organized. Which month was that? Sure, must have been May this year. Tournament that was won by Saif Hamad. Just meeting the likes of Bamboo Stick for the first time. Senator Alan Chesang from Trans Nzoia. United by the sports. Sandy Makoena, definitely watching from South Africa. You are with Ibra on this one. But if you're just joining the stream, you're probably with him because you can see he's leading. And for the big part of the match, you will be certainly believing that he's winning. Gilbert Mochei from Eldoret, Kenya. Clifford Mudiwa. Just now, Kabura must be watching from Zimbabwe. Ibra is getting closer and closer and closer. The beauty about this match is that from the position where you're watching, after each shot is taken, the umpire starts the stopwatch. When the shot is played, he stops it. With each shot that is taken, oops. That was just 5 seconds of load shedding. Even in the dark, Ibra was still putting balls. A sign of a guy that is possessed, a guy that is on his day, a guy who is becoming more angry the more he gets closer to the money. Guys, I understand either this week or late last week there was a money match between Eden and Pilani, and Pilani was head started with +6 and was beaten 21-14. Someone tell me how true that is. Mr. Vincent, thank you for watching. Spinner Kenny. Yes, hello. And Mrs. thinks that Ibra is the best at pool. There was a time when he was the undisputed #1 of Uganda. When he was #1, he was undisputed when he was seed 1. Now he's ranked by Police Station of Uganda as low as 8th. But of course his abilities are higher than 8. Just as you can see. Seemingly going to 19. The little magician. There we are. Ibra 19 and Dog City 12. Ibra is 2 away. Dog City a whole 9. Believe you me, if we are to play this race to completion, if we are to have a full race, there are 10 games left and Dog City needs 9. I also want to think that in terms of money matches, in terms of long races, the last time I did see Ibra playing this good, as good as today. Maybe not a money match, maybe as he won the Grand Luciana, but he was more lethal that day. Maybe you can equate this to the second position he attained at Queens. His overall tournament performance was in a vein of form which is similar to what we are having of him now, very lethal. I've only seen 2 unforced errors of him in the entire match so far, and yet more than 30 games have been played. This one seeming to be a clearance that is bringing him even closer to the money, closer to the magic number of 21, closer to the party, closer to victory, closer to celebration, closer to joy for himself, for his management team, the management team, for his family. By the way, the guy is already a dad. Here we go. The guy gets himself to 20. The unbelievable thing that Dog City needs to do right now is to become the first person ever to win 9 straight games against Ibra, or else succumb to being second in the race, in the match, in the battle today. Something that is very unlikely, nonetheless possible. Another fair break by Ibra at a time when he needs the fair break, not just to win the frame but also the match and the money. It could be something if he closes this one off with an apple.